This is the Rockling Road Show, the only show for bikers, by bikers. Jump on as we talk all things motorcycle, maintenance, accessories, weekly rides, bike nights, and more with your hosts, Alvie and The One3. So kickstands up and let's get rolling. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rockling Road Show. It's Alvie.
I'm the 1-3, baby.
And we're coming to you from the headquarters of the Rockling Road Show.
It's the 1-3 bar.
The 1-3 bar with our little Indian in the back here.
And I like this Indian.
This is an American Indian.
That is an American Indian. That's not a Canadian Indian.
So it's good to be back with you guys. Sorry we missed you guys last week. My schedule kind of got a little squirrely there.
Yep.
We were going to try and do a live show from different parts of the world or different parts of the country.
Didn't happen.
But it didn't happen. So here we are. A day late and a dollar short, but that's okay.
Hey, you know what? We're here. We're here.
That's right. We're here. Stay tuned all the way through because we've got some really good stuff for you guys tonight. Also, we got a special announcement at the end of this episode that I hope you guys will stick around for as well.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, let's kind of get right into it. As always, tonight's episode is brought to you by Misfit Metalworks. Misfit Metalworks offers CNC plasma cutting, iron welding, metal fabrication, prototyping services, laser engraving, challenge coins, rings. They're started into jewelry. They do leather now. I mean, it's amazing what these guys do. If you need anything done, give them a call, 813-598-7409, or you can stop by the shop at 1913 East Barris Avenue, Unit 1100B in Tampa, Florida. And as always, just let them know that we sent you. They'll love it.
Absolutely, man. All right, brought to you by Eric Warren Artistry. Eric is a custom paint and design fabrication studio specializing in turning custom dreams into a reality. EWA offers one-stop shop for all your paint, metal, fiberglass needs, welding, grinding, powder coating, motorcycle stereo equipment. They do air ride suspension, custom wheels. Contact Eric at 813-503-4764 or stop by the shop, 13215 North Nebraska Avenue, Suite A, Tampa, Florida, 33612, and let them know the Rockling Road Show sent you.
So thank you to Misfit. Thank you to Eric.
And the ladies behind the scenes there, because they run everything.
They do run the show, right?
You got Nikki and Jen.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say Cindy and then Kim over there.
Absolutely.
Because they allowed us.
Yeah, for sure. Without those four, this whole thing probably
doesn't run.
This doesn't happen. So, speaking, that's a pretty good segue. I like what you did there.
There you go.
Speaking of women, we've kind of talked a few times on the show about female riders and getting women into riding. And I found this really cool article today, and I thought this would be a really good thing to talk about. Kind of a feel-good story.
I like it.
It's interesting. So I'll just give the headline of the story because I thought the headline was good enough to just kind of put in there. So the headline reads, "When a religious Muslim woman rides a motorcycle, it's big news." So what we have is 26-year-old Naverna Ali of Western Galilee. So they're from Israel. She may very well be the first religious Muslim woman to ride a motorcycle. And check that, to have her motorcycle license in the country of Israel.
Okay. When you say religious women, Muslim religious women, they are the first. So you're telling me that other women, non-religious, non-Muslim religion women can ride.
Right. So I think the religious Muslim name is kind of a big deal here because so we're talking about women in Israel. Israel doesn't abide by Arab law. Okay. Women in Israel are treated vastly different than women in Arab countries.
Gotcha.
So, women, for instance, women in Israel have been able to drive for years, whereas women in Arab nations, Saudi Arabia, things like that, have just now been able to start driving. Okay. So she is actually the first, or one of the first, Muslim women who has her motorcycle license.
Very cool.
And what's cool about this is when she's out riding her motorcycle, she wears a helmet that's got dreadlocks flowing in the breeze, right? And she kind of surprises people when she comes to a stop and she removes her helmet that she's wearing the traditional hijab, right? Okay. So the traditional Muslim head covering that
Right.
women wear.
Right.
But it's say again.
Oh, I was going to say that doesn't mean the whole face.
Right, not
no.
the whole face, just the head covering, basically covering their head, their hair, things like that.
Gotcha.
But it's actually really interesting. It's really neat because Ali is kind of part of this, like, it's a growing movement in the Middle East. She's kind of the tip of the spear, so to speak, in getting women in Arab nations to kind of do other things than what they're supposed to do. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. And when she did this, she did go to a school.
Yeah.
The school called Hedge Motorcycle Riding School. It has opened its doors to women all over the place over there, and more women are signing up to take the safety course, which is a really cool thing.
Yeah. We talk about it all the time. What you should be doing. Obviously, you can't get a license in many states anymore without having taken the safety course.
Correct.
But everybody should take a safety course, even those guys that are riding. And you sent me a thing, and I know we're going to tangent here, right? But the squirrel. But you sent me a thing today. That's not you. You sent me a thing today that it was a riding course put on by TPD.
Yes.
That's free of charge. You can just go and get some riding tips from motor cops, I believe, is the way I read that.
But let's go off of that. We're going to go back to riding schools in a little bit. We might be doing something with that, So right now, there are currently 5 women who have received their license from this school. Okay. Ali got her license as part to avoid the traffic. She rides to go to her college where she was going to studies for criminology.
That's pretty cool, too.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen there. She's always dreamt of riding a motorcycle since she was a little girl, 8 years old. And she thought that people would criticize her for riding because of her religion and everything. And she said, and I'm going to quote, "They tell me how brave I am. They say it's great that I have achieved my dream." That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you think about, not to, and it's hard to navigate in this story and trying to be politically correct and not getting into politics and everything, right? But you think about what she is doing. We talk about a little girl in Afghanistan a few years ago won the Nobel Peace Prize because she was going to, all she was doing was going to school to go to learn, right?
Right.
And she dodged the Taliban and bullets and all kinds of stuff just to go to school, which she wasn't supposed to do because she's a woman, right?
Right.
Here's something very, I'm not going to say very similar, but in that same line, right? Women aren't supposed to do this stuff. They're not supposed to be on motorcycles. Yet here's a woman who's paving the way for, women to follow her so that they can, can take part in this and be part of our lifestyle.
You say women aren't supposed to be, but the Muslim women.
Right. And I mean, that's for sure. And I'm painting with a broad brush here because, the story is definitely about Muslim women in general. So yeah, you're absolutely right. That Muslim women aren't supposed to do these things. So it's tremendous that this woman is.
I think it's cool.
This.
I think and like she said, she had a dream since she was a little girl.
And like One3 said, since she was 8 years old when she first saw her brother ride a dirt bike, just a little off-road motorcycle, probably a Trail 50 or something like that, right?
Whatever. Yeah.
But she told him, "I want to do that. I want to ride," and she kind of said it as a joke because, again, like we've said. In the Arab world, in the Arab sector, women don't ride bicycles,
let alone
much less motorcycles, right? But her brother, being as progressive as he is, I guess,
I would say
he took her very seriously, and then she told her parents, and her parents were open to the idea as well, and basically told her, if you're going to do this right, and they sent her to this school to learn how to learn how to ride. She got her license. And her dad agreed to buy her a scooter to get her around. So the scooter wasn't, it was the jump to the motorcycle. She wasn't happy with the scooter. So a few years later, with the help of her brother, she went out and she bought herself a Yamaha motorcycle.
There you go. We don't know what kind.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what kind. It just says it was Yamaha, but
well, you know what? That's pretty cool, though.
No, it's absolutely awesome. And then so her first ride on the bike. She had been off motorcycle for about 4 years. She was riding a scooter every once in a while, but she hadn't been on a motorcycle in a while. So she's a little bit nervous. And I thought this was really cool. Her dad just looked at her and said, "You know what? just be careful. Don't pay attention to what anybody else is saying, and just go.
I like that.
Just go.
Just go, man.
You know, and I mean, I think we can all relate to that. It could be, you know, really just take that whole quote, right? Be careful. Don't pay attention to what anybody says, and just go. You could use that in any facet of your life.
You know, when she was asked about if she was going to continue to ride once she got married, okay? Now, y'all know the relationship and husband and wife over there is pretty much the man says everything.
Very rigid. Very regimented, right?
Yeah, you know, what the guy says, the woman does.
Yes.
That's pretty much how it is. She follows. So she said she probably wasn't even sure she would marry because you don't know if a husband is going to let you go.
Right.
You know, he might say, you know, during the courting and all that, oh, yeah, baby, you can ride that motorcycle. Then, you know, they put a ring on it and he might say no. You know, it's just one of them things, man.
And so it's, you know, it's cool because she pretty much just says, I'm me. I'm going to do me, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriends. They're going to go ride through Gallon. Her and her sister are going to do it. She ends this, and I think is another great quote, right? She says, it just feels amazing to ride a motorcycle.
That's crazy.
I think we pretty much all say that, right? She says, I am a woman, and I made it my dream, and I did it. So, hats off to. Well,
not literally. I'm not taking.
Yeah, hats off to Miss Ali.
Ali, absolutely.
And man, good job. You know, it's a tough world out there, and if you can find something that you enjoy and you can get yourself out there and you can get friends to do it with you, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Nothing. That's it, man.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, so it's just it's super interesting that this stuff is happening. I hope more women take her lead and go out there and throw your leg over a motorcycle and enjoy this culture, this motorcycle culture that we absolutely love and enjoy.
You know, like Sharpie says, keep your knees in the breeze.
So off that, speaking of motorcycles and things that get the blood flowing, so to speak. Harley Davidson's just released a new motorcycle again.
Yes, they did.
And this time around, it is the Harley Davidson Softail Standard.
Right. What's the difference between that one and the other one?
That's a good question. It's actually not very different.
No.
So Harley Davidson is bringing out the 2020 Softail Standard now.
Standard. I guess that's opposed to a custom or something.
Right. So it's a bit stripped down, kind of in a basic raw form. Harley Davidson's basically hoping that you buy the motorcycle and you buy a bunch of accessories for it. It's kind of how they're packaging this whole thing up. So if you're looking for a big twin cruiser, lean bobber profile on a Softail chassis with the new Milwaukee 8107 V-twin, who knows? This might be your bike.
Yeah, but you know what? You better like black.
Well, I do like black.
Because that's the only color it comes in, man.
Really?
It's your only color option. It does not come in orange or green. Because, you know, I love that they have this burnt orange color. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's freaking amazing.
I can't believe that's surprising to me because I think that 19 I think was the best year for colors from Harley Davidson.
They had some really
amazing colors.
Really good colors. 2020 came out with some really good
2020's got some good ones too, but I think 19 was the best by far. But that's crazy that they're only going to give it to you in black.
They only want to come out with this one color option. That's it. What this does is it brings Softail series to 14 models for 2020. That's if you count the differing engine configurations and anniversary edition bikes. The Standard is the most affordable of the bunch, priced at $13,599. That's pretty freaking good.
It's not bad for Harley Davidson, right?
It's a Harley, bro. But you think about it, man. You can buy a Yamaha for that.
Yeah.
$13,000.
Sure.
I mean, you're buying Japanese bikes.
I think they're doing the right thing in a way, trying to get the price points a little lower, but then again, you're getting a stripped down, nothing to it black, go faster.
It's a good looking bike, though.
No, it is a good looking bike. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, the bike comes with 2 wheels.
Two.
You get 2 wheels. The front's a 19-inch. The rear's a 16-inch. They're chrome wheels. You get mini apes. You get a solo saddle. You get a smooth 3.5-gallon tank, and the smooth tank kind of helps accentuate the frame and the chopped fenders, as well as a set of shotgun exhausts. The all-black Milwaukee 8 engine has a polished rocker, primary, timing covers, and then the blacked-out air cleaner is punctuated with a silver single bolt in the center of it, kind of, again, cleaning up that frame and all the stuff that goes around it, so you can really get a look at that really, that awesome Milwaukee 8 107.
But up front you have the clear-coated forks, the polished top clamp, and chromed headlight bezel. The steel chassis, it should look familiar. It's been specially designed swing arm, for the stiffness of the rigid. It looks like a rigid, but it's not.
Right.
You can see how it goes back, and it's got a little bit of a curve to it. I really like the Softail look.
Yeah, Softails are great bikes. They look great. They ride great. I mean, they're just overall a really good bike.
Single disc front and rear brakes. That I like dual, especially on a bike of that size, a 1700, 107. I still want some more front stopping power.
Yeah, but you also got to look at how small that bike is too. It's a pretty light bike. I mean, it's pretty much engine really at that point, right? So it's not. I mean, granted, it'll move, but you're not stopping a lot of weight. I think that's the way they look at it.
I guess, but even my V-Star 1100 Custom had dual front.
Yeah, dual. Yeah. I get you.
It's just something I prefer. I mean, hey, I like the dual front discs.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
No, I hear you. I'm with you on it. Of course, the Milwaukee 107's a 1700 cc motor. It's a V-twin. It's got a 4-valve cylinder head, a 10-to-1 compression ratio, a strong torque output. Acceleration is really good on it. The article says, "Performance junkies rejoice." The engine accepts the Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle stage upgrades and things like that.
Awesome.
So you can opt for a performance package if you wanted to go that. You can pre-order that from the dealer, so it comes already on the bike when you go to pick it up.
Cool.
The bike, like we said in the beginning, right? The bike was built by Harley Davidson with the intent of selling parts, because, as most of you guys know, a dealership, car, truck, motorcycle, boat, whatever it is, they don't make money on the sale of the vehicle itself. They make a little bit of cash on it, but that's about it. They're selling you the vehicle so that you can bring it back to them to use, OEM parts, their OEM service, all that stuff, right?
Right. If Harley wasn't so proud of their stuff, I think I'd buy more Harley
parts. A lot of people would. I think a lot of people would.
Not putting Harley down, I really love my Harley Davidson, and I do have a lot of stock OEM stuff on it. So,
but yeah, so I mean, the bike was built to sell parts. So Harley, in their wisdom, right, their infinite wisdom, they have decided that they're going to put together these 4 little packages that you can buy so you can customize your Softail standard.
Yes. The first one is called the Day Tripper, which is a custom package. That is $1,049.95. It keeps the bobber style, but it adds versatility with a little pillion seat and a 21-inch detachable sissy bar, just in case you got someone you want to put on the back of it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man. You get passenger pegs and mounts, forward foot controls, leather single-sided swing arm bag, and for your little essentials, you got to put your whatever in there.
Your lunch.
Your
toolkit.
But I'm not going to talk about that. The personal toolkit, if you get what I mean. So the next package is called the Coastal Custom Package. It's $1599.95. It's probably the coolest look here, capturing elements of the performance-oriented West Coast style. This kit brings a Softail quarter fairing, black aluminum handlebar, matching 5.5-inch tall riser. So you already has mini apes, so now you're bringing the mini apes up a little bit higher, which is really cool. It's got a 2-up seat, passenger foot pegs, and they're in a BMX style foot peg thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, when I read that, the thing that hits me right away is Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah,
how many of those guys are riding around the dynos with the quarter fairing on the
man. That little thing.
Very, very similar to that. I think there's a picture of that as well. But then the next package they have is a touring custom package. It's about $1,700. Outfits the standard for longer trips. It's a comfortable 2-up seat, passenger pegs, a 14-inch high quick release windshield, black detachable saddlebags, and a detachable sissy bar and backrest as well. And then the last one, we kind of talked about it a little bit there a little bit earlier. It's a performance package. It's about $1,300. It aims to amplify the throttle response and mid-range acceleration with the Screaming Eagle Stage 2 for the M8 102 engine. The Screaming Eagle Pro Street Tuner to dial it all in, and you can opt for a free-flowing Screaming Eagle Heavy Breather Performance Air Cleaner and Screaming Eagle Street Cannon mufflers for deeper exhaust sound. Cool. The upgrade is 50 state street legal and keeps the original factory warranty if installed by an authorized Harley Davidson dealer.
That's a key, and I think that's on all of this.
Yeah, I would imagine that that's kind of the way Harley works.
Right.
If you get it done there, they'll keep the factory warranty. Anytime you take it somewhere else and have them start working on it, I think. But no, this actually, I'm kind of digging Harley's release here. A fairly inexpensive motorcycle. The upgrades here aren't terrible. I mean, you could get yourself a touring package and a custom, and the performance package, and you're still under $3,000 for all of that. So.
Well, yeah, and you're looking at so right there, you're looking at under 18,000 figure taxes and everything in there.
Yeah.
Under 18 grand, you've got a nice bike.
You got a great looking bike, and it's quick, with the performance package.
Especially with that 107, man, that's pretty cool.
I mean, So overall, great bike. Scroll down real quick. I'll hit everybody with some numbers real quick, just to. So the price again, $13,600. You got the Milwaukee 8 107 that's pushing out 1,700 cc's, 10-to-1 compression ratio, fuel injection, 6-speed, belt driven. They're saying that you're going to get about 110 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM, so not terrible there. You got a front brakes. We talked about that, right? Single disc, 4-piston in the front, 2-piston in the rear, 2 chrome wheels. 9-inch or 19-inch wheel up front, 16-inch rear wheel in the back.
You keep saying 2 chrome wheels. Duh.
Well, yeah, but
it's a motorcycle.
2 chrome wheels, baby. You never know. Could have a sidecar or something. Seat height is 26. Call it 27 inches. It's only a 655-pound bike.
Like I said, man, that little V-Star I had was 650 pounds.
Was it really?
Dry.
Yeah,
that's the wet weight.
That's the wet weight. So I mean, that's a fairly light bike.
That's a very light bike.
The only thing I think here, and I don't tell me if I'm wrong here, but 3.5 gallon tank.
Ooh,
that's a. Yeah, you're not getting very far on that. I don't think.
You know what? Especially if you put any of the performance upgrades in, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, you're just that's around. I mean,
that's a towner. And I mean, granted, it's not a touring bike. It's not sold to be a touring bike.
You can put a mini touring kit on it,
right? But I mean, I think the touring kit was more to have a 2-up seat and just to kind of get yourself around town, go to bike week, things like that. But
3.5 gallons, you're going what, 30, 60, 90, 100 miles, 120 miles, depending on your fuel usage. All right, so most of our rides, when we go on a ride, are 100 miles plus.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking to fill up 2 or 3 times when I'm going on my ride.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, if you ride this thing over to Daytona from here, it's going to take you a little while.
Yeah, you're stopping.
You're stopping a few times.
Woo.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We both leaned forward at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good bike.
No, it is.
It's a nice bike. Good price point. I think,
Really, my only beef with it is the small gas tank.
Put a fatty tank on it.
Put a 5-gallon tank on it and you're good to go.
I'll take the tank off my Road Glide, stick it on there.
That'd be funny as hell. But yeah, so good looking bike, Harley. I think you did a good job with this one.
Absolutely.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how you guys are able to sell that one. But good luck with it.
Cool.
We'll rock and roll into bike events and we'll call it a day, huh?
Absolutely, man.
So before we jump into bike events, I just want to say Bike Week is around the corner. We wanted to do a show about Bike Week and like how we do Bike Week, what our recommendations are for people going to Bike Week. But unfortunately, me and the 1-3 both are dealing with some family issues, and we're actually going to be out of town, the both of us, next week. And
unfortunately, 2 different places. I have to fly out to California,
and I'm going to be in Orlando.
And you're going to be in Orlando.
So because of that, we won't actually be able to do a show next week. So apologies in advance, but we've got some really cool stuff happening at the end of the week.
Yes.
So you may not get us on Thursday, but you're going to have a bunch of this.
You'll have a bunch. You'll see us, and you'll have little events. We'll have all kinds of things going on. You trust us.
So the first event that I want to talk about is one that we got actually an email for through the Rockling Road Show. It's an event that's coming up on Saturday. It's called the Ride and Raffle for Roger the Ace. This is going to be Saturday on the 29th. It's going to be at Kickin' Wings Bar and Grill, 8702 State Road 52 in Port Richey, Florida. Registration's at 10:30. Kickstand's up at 12. So they're going to be raffling off a custom 1982 Harley Davidson Ironhead XLH. The job was done by Iron Nickel Customs, and all proceeds are going to go to benefit Roger. They'll be returning to Kickin' Wings after the ride for some good food and festivities as well. I will link the link so that you can buy tickets for the event or buy tickets for the raffle. I know that they've been trying to raffle this, or they've been collecting money for this raffle over the last few weeks for sure, and they're trying to sell the last. I think they had last I spoke with them, they had like 400 tickets, I think, left to sell.
I know they were trying to sell 500, so I'm not sure how many are left.
Oh, it was 500 total? They were
total 500. They wanted to sell a total of 500 tickets. So they probably have a lot less than that left.
Yeah.
I think they were $30 each, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Please don't quote me on that, but we'll get all that information.
We'll put the link up, so you guys can check that out. If you guys are in the area, you're in the Port Richey area on Saturday, please go check out this event. Sounds like it's going to a good cause as well. So
yeah, bikers helping bikers. We all help each other, man. Let's do this.
Absolutely. And so, like we were saying, we're not going to have a show for you guys next week, but we've got an awesome event coming up on Sunday. So if you guys are out and about on Sunday,
March 8th,
we are going to be taking part of the Battle of the Bands. This is the part 2 of a 4-part series.
Yes. Now, I will have just been returning from jet lag.
Yeah. So
I will be pretty much out of it, but I will be there. I will be returning that night. So this is at Quaker Steak and Lube, which is 10400 49th Street, North Clearwater, Florida. But y'all know where this is. Anyway, Battles of the Bands, the 4-part series showcasing new and up-and-coming bands. 18 bands are competing for the best of the best of the best of the best of the best, with Alvie and The One3 emceeing.
Yes, sir. Dates are going to be March 8th. Then there's the third part is June 7th. And then the finale is going to be in October sometime. They still haven't quite worked out a date yet there. Battle of the Bands is going to benefit My Warrior's Place. This is a preliminary round. 2 winning bands from this round will move on to the finale in October, where they'll have 6 bands total in October. The winner of the Battle of the Bands will receive a prize package totaling $2,500, which includes trophies, cash, a debut at the Quaker Steak and Lube Bike Night, T-shirts. Their video is going to appear on My Warrior's Place website until the next winner of the Battle of the Bands, and they'll also get a 2-night stay at My Warrior's Place. A bunch of other stuff goes along with that as well.
Oh, man, crazy stuff. All right, so the runner-up of the finale will receive a prize package totaling $1,000. Any band wanting to be involved, please send your videos of your band to constanceafterdark@gmail.com. Bands will be chosen and put into a rotation. The official lineup for the March 8th preliminary part 2 is as follows.
We have Kaminar from at 12:30, The Ordeal at 1:45, Kneel and Pray at 3, Saviors of Rock at 4:15, Fade to Grace at 5:30, and Flip the Bird at 6:45.
And we... The 1-3 and Alvie, or, as we say it, Alvie and the 1-3, because he is the mouthpiece. We will be on stage the whole time, filling it up. talking about stuff and doing this and doing that, introducing the bands, introducing people. Hey, maybe we'll have special guests,
Yeah, we might bring some people on stage. We might, who knows? We might have some stuff to give away. We're gonna go there. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have some fun. The next event that we're gonna be taking part in is the Jasmine Cain album release party / concert. This is going to be Saturday, March 14th, from 6:30 to 9:30. So there's the times we were wondering about.
We were wondering the times, and now we have the times.
Now we have the times. That's going to be at Harley Davidson, Newport Richie. You can look it up. Jasmine Cain's album release concert is there. She's going to be coming off of her stint over at the Bike Week over in Daytona. So come hang out with us. More details as they come along. We'll kind of pass those out as you guys as well. But come hang out with us. Come check out Jasmine. It's a hell of a show. She puts on a great show.
Oh man, she is high energy.
She's super high energy.
She's awesome,
and I'm sure we'll be hanging out and looking forward to that. She'll have just been married. I think this
they're married
weekend.
Saturday.
This weekend.
She's getting married Saturday.
So,
her and Kevin.
Jasmine, if you watch this, congratulations to you and Kevin.
Absolutely,
you kids have fun.
Absolutely, have fun for however long it is that you're going to have fun for.
But yeah. So if you're heading back home from Daytona, just swing on by to Newport Richie, Harley Davidson before you head home. And come hang out with us. It'll be fun. And then, of course, the last thing we want to do. This is super important, guys. Super
important.
I think I've successfully canceled this event on Facebook.
I think you did.
But I just want to make sure everybody knows this. The Rockling Road Show bike night that was supposed to happen on Saturday, February 29th, has been postponed. Mike over at the Kilted Axe, they're having some problems getting everything put together over there. They actually had to postpone their
grand
opening because of all this. So we're just sliding this around. We're gonna give Mike and everybody at the Kilted Axe a chance to kind of get themselves together, get the doors open themselves before we bombard them with a bunch of bikers.
Absolutely.
So again, please mark it off your calendars. Do whatever you got to do. The Rockling Road Show bike night has been postponed. We are not doing it this Saturday. If you show up at the Kilted Axe this Saturday, you will probably show up to an empty parking lot and an empty building because I don't believe that they're even open yet.
No, they weren't. We were just out there, the wife and I, on last Saturday, and they were closed. Everything's...
So, again, one more time, the Rockling Road Show bike night is postponed. Don't show up. We will get back to you guys when we have a good date for that. Just stay tuned. We are gonna do a bike night. We just got to get the right spot and everything set up correctly, so that you guys have a good bike night. We don't want a crappy bike night.
No,
especially for our first bike night.
No, it's going to be off the chart.
Absolutely. So with that, guys, that is the show for the evening. What the special announcement? I kind of already teased it. I already made a post today, but anyways, stay tuned after this show. We will be airing the Tommy Rocks interview that we had at the expo on our YouTube channel directly after this show ends.
Cool. Wait, I knew that.
So I will put a link in the comments so that everybody that's on the show at this point, if you stuck around this long, can click on that link and you can jump over to the YouTube channel to watch that interview. I apologize for the interview coming out so late. The reason for that was I was telling the 1-3 earlier, I've had some problems with my computer acting up, and I actually had the Tommy Rocks interview completely edited and ready to go, and my program crashed and it deleted everything. Oh! So I had to start over again on that interview. So I finally got it done. It's finished. It's already uploaded to YouTube. It's waiting for me to push the button to go live. So there you have it. On another note, this is what we're going to do. Since we don't have a show next week, I am finishing up the Stone Gray interview, which, by the way, I'm watching this, editing it, and it is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure.
It is such a good interview. You guys will enjoy the hell out of it. It's about an hour long, but trust me, it's worth it's worth the watch because it's a hell. I'm trying to edit, and all I'm doing is
just cleaning it up a little
really
bit.
not even. I'm not doing much. I'm literally just going back and forth from them to us on camera when people are talking, and that's about it because that interview was just so much fun. So what I'm going to do is I will release that on Thursday next week like we normally. So our normal show Thursday at 7. I don't know if you guys can hear the ghetto birds out, but
woo, man.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the Stone Gray interview at our normal time. So Thursday at 7, jump over to our YouTube channel. I'll make a post as well. But jump over to the YouTube channel and you guys can watch the Stone Gray interview next week on Thursday. So
that'd be cool. I went and saw them last Friday.
Did you? Yeah. How was it?
Freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, those guys are great, man.
It was.
Was it a full set or was it acoustic set?
Oh no, it was full set. Full set, man. Oh, they played. They even played some Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
You know, and if I play War Pigs one more time.
Did he play War Pigs?
Yeah, man. And they played some Tom Petty.
Yeah.
You've heard some stories about that. This is all coming up. You'll understand.
You'll understand all the inside jokes.
Funny shit.
Once the interview.
I wanted to throw something out there about we were contacted by somebody.
Oh, yes.
And I really, really wanted to throw this out there.
Go for it. I'm going to find a name real quick for you.
Well, I know his name's Harry, but yes. I am not even going to attempt to do the last name. However, last week sometime we were contacted by this guy named Harry from Sweden.
Yeah.
That he has been enjoying the show, watching the show. He's a truck driver, and he's going to be coming to Daytona. And the second week of Daytona, he's going to be coming here.
Yes.
So he'll be in the Tampa area from the 9th to the 13th or 14th. So we have some special treats for him. So, Harry, if you're watching or listening while you're driving your truck, be prepared because we have some stuff for you, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it was just,
out of the blue.
Yeah, it's out of the blue, but it's also just like me and you have talked about this, and I'm sorry, this is behind the scenes footage now because we've already ended the show, right? But the funny thing is me and you have talked about this. This show has exploded.
Oh yeah,
in our little world, it has exploded. We went from it's funny you shared that post from last year, right? Our recap video on the expo last year, and it was just funny looking at that and looking at us now, how much we've grown. But because of all of this stuff, man, it's going nuts, man, and we're getting emails from Sweden, emails from other people. Hey, can you promote this? Promote my bike night.
Promote this. Do
hey,
this.
We love what you guys are doing. We'd like to talk to you about maybe interviewing another band of mine or whatever. So another music promoter came up to us and wants to talk to us about interviewing some of his bands. So I mean, it's just things have just gone crazy, and we were talking about it's amazing this little thing we call the internet that allows us to do this stuff. It allows us to be in front of somebody who's sitting in Sweden, right? It's just unbelievable, and it's because of you guys that all this happens, right? So from the 1-3 and from myself, thank you guys all. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for emailing us. Share this with your friends. If you haven't already shared it with your friends, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right.
If you're new to the show, share this with your friends. If you're new to the show, welcome. We hope you enjoy your stay. And other than that, man, I got nothing else.
No, I think we're good now with all that.
I think we added a little bit more than we expected, but hey, that's what we do. So thanks again for hanging out with us. We love you all. Keep it rocking.
Rubber side down, baby.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.